My name's Nancy Woodyard. We had a 24-week baby back in September of 2007, and she weighed 1 pound 9 ounces. She overcome all the premature obstacles. In the time she was in the hospital, she got 17 blood transfusions at different times. She stayed in the hospital for almost 4 months. She was 117 days old, and she contracted RSV, which is a respiratory disease that attacks children. And she lost the battle on January 23rd, and from complications due to RSV.
Even though she was premature, and even though she had spent those 4 months in the hospital, we did not expect her death at all. So it really did hit us very, very hard. And one of the things that we did in that grieving process was to go donate platelets.
Anthony and I both are big blood donors, and we have been for several years, and never thinking that we would be on the receiving end of a blood donation. I volunteered at the Holiday Blood Drive 2 years ago before Tessa was even thought about, and it meant a lot to me to be there because I knew that was a special event. I knew that it took a lot of volunteers and a lot of work to pull that off, and it meant a lot to me. But then this year to be there meant a lot more, because without those people, I mean, there was a lot of sick people that wouldn't have what they needed.
Each day that she needed a blood transfusion, they would bring in a unit mostly of red blood cells that would say anonymous donor. And we would always comment, wonder who that person is, wonder if they really, really know the impact that they're having. We had been blood donors for a long time, but when sitting down in that chair, I never really knew the impact. Every time I go now and sit down in the chair, I think, I certainly know what it's like to be on the receiving end, and it just makes the giving all the more fulfilling. But without the Red Cross, there's so many people that would not make it through these kinds of situations. And we've certainly come to realize over the past few months that we certainly wouldn't have even had Tessa for 1 day of her life, but rather we had 117 days of her life to cherish. And a lot of people say, well, why do you volunteer? Because the outcome wasn't what you wanted. Well, sure, I mean, our preference would be to have her here with us today, but we had 117 days of the best 117 days of our life, spending it with her, when without services that were provided by the Red Cross, we wouldn't have had even 1 day with her. So how do you put that into words? It's impossible.
She just touched so many people, and the lasting effects that she had. She was truly a gift from God. She was an amazing little girl. Well, Anthony and I promised her that we would make her proud and make her life, change the world, make some kind of change. We're just trying to do something for somebody else that may be in our shoes or need blood or need things that they can't have. I hope she's proud of us. I really hope she's proud of us.